Okay, hey everybody, this is day 2, well it's actually day 3 of videos. I skipped Saturday because I felt like poo last night because I ate a bunch of junk food. It was delicious, but it was bad for me. Anyway, today's update will be probably significantly shorter than Saturday's was. We'll see. Today's a pretty good day with church and everything. Let's go in order though. So mind. Um, Interesting thing that actually will tie mind and spirit together today. I was talking with Dad today on our Sunday morning PPI, and we were talking about um, gaining insight into the scriptures. They talked about a story from the Book of Mormon. Apparently there's a law professor at BYU who could never really square himself with the story of Siantum, who kills his brother, who's the chief judge, and they convict him, and Nephi prophesies and all this stuff. But the judge can never square it with himself because the Nephite legal system is based on the Jewish legal system, in which in order to convict somebody and sentence them to anything, you had to have two witnesses. That just was a standing part of the law. Anyway, he spent a lot of time researching and trying to figure out um, how to square that, and whether what it meant was that excuse me, whether what it meant was that that story was not supposed to be taken literally, but it was a symbolic something. Anyway, he was at a conference or in some setting where he was around some Jewish legal scholars, and he got talking to them, and they said that there were actually three exceptions to that rule, the rule of two witnesses, and one of them is if the guy that's accused confesses outside of court, which Sansom does. The second one is if there's evidence to corroborate the confession, again, not presented in court. And then the third is if it's apparent in the case that there was revelation of God's intervention in some way of bringing the issue to light, which is very, very odd. That's the whole point of the story, is that Nephi it's revealed to him that Siantum killed his brother. Anyway, so that was kind of cool. And the reason why that ties in with mind and spirit is because I've always been of the opinion that you do have to kind of dig a little bit deep and think kind of academically about the scriptures in order to really gain deeper insights and testimonies into the stories and things that are there. Because when you think about it, I would never have had that testimony about, like, now I have an even stronger testimony of the Book of Mormon, because and I didn't even have an issue with it. I didn't even realize that was an issue. That the law was different. That Santum, that the whole issue with the story was, I didn't even realize there was an issue. But like, getting that there's an issue and then that the issue is totally resolved, it was just really cool. Um, and for me, I think that my testimony is so intertwined with my intellectual understanding of the gospel. Yeah, that's how it was interesting. In terms of body, let's be honest, I'm a long way from where I want to be. That's actually interesting, because in all three of these areas, mind, body, soul, I'm starting to realize that my current state in all of them is very interconnected, in the sense that at the beginning of this year, I sort of found myself in a situation where I was behind in all three of those areas. Wow, I must be really tired for this. Oh, keep yawning. Oh, sorry. Um, Mentally, I was talked about in the last video. I was so caught up in the popular media and watching movies and listening to music and reading fiction books and stuff that my mind was just mush. Basically, I wasn't learning anything really. I wasn't grounded in reality, and physically, same sort of thing. I was sort of living this fantasy of eating whatever I wanted, not exercising, and now I'm reaping the rewards of it. I'm out of shape, and I'm fat, and I'm way overweight, and so same thing spiritually. You get lazy and don't work on what you're supposed to be working on, and then suddenly you find yourself wondering, wait, why am I not feeling these things? Why am I not getting these spiritual experiences? Well, you gotta spiritually eat right. You gotta spiritually exercise. And I haven't been doing that. Anyway, so that's kind of how that's been going. Not a whole lot to talk about for today, so I'll just end it now. Give you guys a break. Well, again, nobody's gonna watch this video, so I'm not too concerned about it. Anyway, see ya.